Hi everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California, and I've got my friends, as you can see, out the back window right behind me. I don't want to scare them too much. It's been rainy and cold here, but yesterday I put together a bird feeder, and so today I've thought I'm going to do a quick DIY on how to make a bird feeder for your garden, your patio, your porch, anywhere you want to put it that is rodent proof and squirrel proof. It works for me. I have made them before in the past, but I made a cute one yesterday and I thought I have got to get this up. I put it in the yard and it's working great. It's free. All you need is a milk container, something that's hold liquid, so it's waterproof. Just a milk container and then any stake that you want. I use tomato stakes. You can use a bamboo stick, anything you want. And let me show you, I went out on my deck yesterday during, in between the rainstorms and quickly put together the bird feeder. And this is how I did it. I took the milk carton and what I did was I first inserted my knife, and you can use the scissors if you want, anything that you're comfortable with. This is great for kids too. And I made a hole on the bottom as well as a hole on the top. This was so I would know where to insert the stake, whatever stick you're using. Now, I'm not hanging these. If you wanted to hang them, that's different. I am making it so no mice or rats can get in it, and it works. I've done them before. It totally works. They can't get in it. So you make sure that your hole is made straight, so it will go through the top and bottom. Once you've got the hole, you can take out the stake and then start to make your bird feeder, because we're going to come back and put the stake in later on. And then what you're going to do is you're going to leave a small portion so the seeds don't fall out. You're going to leave like a lip. In other words, you're making like a porch, and so you're going to a place to put the seeds. So you're going to cut it all the way around and make an opening all the way around. If you wanted to only do 3 sides, that would be totally up to you. You could do just 3 sides. But I prefer to do all 4 sides. And I did use a serrated knife that you would cut fruits and vegetables. And there's some areas on the milk carton that were a little bit more difficult to cut because, I'm trying to stay out of the way of the hummingbirds, because there might have been like an extra cardboard there for the seam. So I just cut near it, not on it. But I cut all 4 sides so the birds will quickly go to it and not think it's a cage. You don't want them to think they're going to be trapped. So I did all 4 sides. You can do it any way you want. You could do just 2 openings, or you could do 3 or 4 openings, but I decided to do all 4. So I cut it all the way around, and again, you want to leave at least 1 to 2 inches from the bottom, so this way, it will hold the seeds. You don't want it flat, or the seeds will just fall out when you're feeding the birds. So now I had all 4 cut out, and that's all I really needed. Now I also decided I was going to put a perch. It's easier for the birds to come over and investigate something new if they've got a perch. So I made a crisscross with my knife. You didn't have to make a complete hole, it's up to you, but the way I did it was I kind of made a kind of a hole or a crisscross so I can stick in the branch that I chose out of my garden. These are avocado branches. So you want to use something that's not toxic. Most branches are okay to use. So these are nice dried branches I found. And so I took my knife and I made some holes so I could stick a branch through the entire container. So I want to stay out of the way of the hummingbirds. Now I can stick in my perch. See how easy this is? So now the birds can come over, fly onto the perch, and look in and say, oh boy, there's seeds there, and they can go in. Then I put the stake back. Now you're going to think, oh, it's going to fall. No, it's not. Here's what I did to stop it from moving. Zip ties. Like, I love my masking tape. You've seen me use that in the garden. Well, zip ties are my next favorite thing. With zip ties, you can do so much, and it's basically free. That whole package cost me $1. There's like 100 of them in there, so they're a penny a piece. So I put a zip tie on the top of my tomato stake. Now this way, it can't come out on the top. And to be more secure, I put 2 there. You can use 1 or 2, and then I just trimmed them a little, but I didn't take the whole thing off. That will help hold it. And I went ahead and put zip ties on the bottom. Now it can't slide up or down. It's going to hold my milk carton right in place where I put it. And again, I trimmed it, but I left a little bit of a tail there so that holds. It's an extra help so it won't move at all. Now I put zip ties on both sides around the perch. So you put the perch in the way you want it, and then you put a zip tie on one side, and you'll see how I put it on. And then I trimmed it, but again, left a little tail, and then the same on the other side. And this way, that perch isn't going anywhere either. It's in there really snug and secure. So that's what, 4 cents in zip ties? Did I put 2 on the bottom? They're a penny a piece. You really should keep zip ties around the house. I use them for all kinds of things. And there it is. So now I've got the zip ties there. Now you could be finished if you want right there, but I pick up these paints at Home Depot for 50 cents, these tester paints they have. And I decided I was just going to throw some paint on it. It's real fast. I use a makeup brush I get at the 99-cent store. I painted a whole bathroom with a makeup brush. That's another video. But I just quickly painted it. I decided to go with gray because, well, Gary just brought me home some gray. So I figured I'll just paint it gray, but you can get as fancy as you want. But I thought this way I don't need it just looking like milk, and it will just be really cute in the garden. So I painted the whole thing. And I mean, this is so simple, and the kids will love it. And if you've got any type of seed eaters in your area, and I'm sure you do, everybody seems to have some sort of seed eaters, sparrows and different kinds of goldfinches, whatever will go to your feeders, they will go to the feeders. We have all kinds of birds here. That's it. There's nothing to it, and you're done. Then I stuck it outside because it was on the stake, and I put it outside to dry. Now you could paint it before you put the stakes in, but the idea for me was the stake was in it, everything was set up, so I painted around the stake and the perch, and this way I could stick it in the ground and let it dry. But now you'll see I went out in the garden, and you can stick this anywhere. You can put it in a flower pot. If you've got a cement yard and you have no place to stick it, that tomato stake or any stake you use, you stick it in a flower pot, you stick it in the ground. I stuck mine in the ground. I put it where my other feeders are so the birds would come to it right away because they're familiar with the area. And they started coming right away. They took one look at it, and I had the white-crowned sparrows in there and house finches. So this is a feeder I think anybody could make. A milk container, I'm sure you know somebody that's got a cardboard milk container. I wouldn't paint the inside, you don't need it, just the outside, and that's all there is to it. So there is the feeder, and I've only had it out for 1 day, and it's been raining. The moment I put it out, I had birds in there, but this particular feeder is a small feeder, so only 1 or 2 birds can go in it at a time. Keep in mind that it is like a little house. So being that it's like a little house, it's got a roof, it's got a floor, and it's got the 4 sides that are open like windows. That food in there is not getting wet. Now, if it does get wet and the wind blows, and you get snow or water in there and it melts, where the stake went through, on the bottom, it is not watertight, so it will run out. Birds will eat wet seed. What they won't do is go into a bowl of water and try to find the seed. They're not real thrilled about that. So when you have ceramic bowls like I have and they fill with water, as they're doing now, the birds will pick around as much as they can, but as soon as it gets about 1 inch of water, they won't go in there, and they don't want seed that's soaking in water, but they will again eat wet seed. So with this is perfectly fine as long as the seed gets wet but doesn't get saturated and sit in water. But it's been really cool because the seed is not getting wet. So this is really fun. A free feeder. So easy to make. You can decorate it, paint it up with a little red roof, make it look like a cute little house or a barn. Get creative. This is thrown together in a matter of less than 10 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed this little DIY and how to make a free bird feeder out of a milk carton or a soup container or anything that is like waterproof. Remember, if milk was in it, well then it's waterproof and it should be able to hold up at least through winter and into spring. So with that, have a great day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye, everybody.